Well, anybody who adopts that, that's a weak adoption, I would say, through counter-racist codified logic. So for black people, rite of passage means you need to pass out from under the system of racism. That should be the black rite of passage. I mean, even these fraternities and sororities that believe in beating up on people and whatnot and taking them through some type of ritualized rite of passage by beating them or calling them names or taking them through some type of test. That is insane. They ought to stop doing it, those that are still doing it. That should be an absolute no-no. An absolute no-no. That is completely insane. And you don't teach people that type of thing and do it under the banner of some type of sophistication. That this is some type of advancement, some type of civilizing process. It absolutely is not. And beating up on the females, which is a tribal custom among a whole bunch of black people worldwide, needs to stop this very minute. This very minute. And repeating what I said just a few minutes ago, you black males, you're not qualified. I don't care how you strut around talking about you were great kings and queens. I mean, going back to the pyramids and all this kind of. Stop shamming. Stop shamming. You're not fooling anybody but yourselves. And the white supremacists are laughing at you, laughing at all of us. You don't have a right to even talk harshly to a black female. You lost that if you ever had it in the first place, and you shouldn't have had it, because why talk harshly to people? Why beat people? Well, this is my woman. You don't own anything because you don't own yourself. Come off of it. Somebody needs to say these things, and I'm saying them because they're true. And you got to start with the truth. And we can't handle the truth, even though we're always talking about keeping it real more than anybody. But we keep it real among ourselves, and that's a fantasy. Because when we're dealing with the white supremacists, we're nothing but little whimpering animals. That's it. We know that. But we don't have to remain that way. But you got to face the truth. When you've been beaten, you say you've been beaten. Every football player knows that. If he's going to win the next game, say you've been beaten. Say that your cornerback wasn't in the correct place. Say that the quarterback is no good. Say that you can't get into the end zone on no game, rather than keep fantasizing about, well, I had a dream last night and I made 100 touchdowns. So I'm going to go with my nightmare that I had rather than reality. I'm a loser. The way to become a winner is, first of all, acknowledge that you're losing. That's in gambling, that's in business, that's in football, it's in everything that makes sense on this planet.